way. It's amazing he has the time. Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th president of the United States himself, Donald J. Trump, joining us on the show. Mr. President.
Good morning, Brian.
How are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm absolutely fantastic. I had an amazing weekend of campaigning all over the country. It's a combination of campaigning and complaining. I call it complaining.
Well,
No one else. No one else is doing this.
You are very good at that. You are very good at that.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic because this country is going down the tubes, Brian. It is a failed country with 50 failed states, except the Republican ones, of course. But it's a mess. The whole country is an absolute mess. It's unbelievable. I live in Florida. I'm already there. Where's Sleepy Joe? Where's Sleepy Joe? He's on the beach getting a tan. Can you believe this?
I'm glad you actually.
Can you believe this?
I'm glad you actually took the time to join us. I know you're out there meeting with hurricane victims. Let me start from square one, Mr. President. Did you hear about this 44-foot tall statue of you that was naked in Las Vegas? It showed your genitalia, which I would imagine some people don't want to see. Do you have any thoughts on this? Somebody, a sculptor of some sort, made this 44-foot tall sculpture of you naked in the desert here in Las Vegas. We saw it yesterday.
I saw a photo of it. Someone on my team gave it to me. And all I can say is Trump derangement syndrome. Trump derangement syndrome. These people are obsessed. They're obsessed with me and my Trump Tower, which is far bigger than that thing that they put on it. That's an abomination. I have a tremendous, can I say penis?
Yes,
can
you
I
can.
say penis?
You can.
I have a tremendous penis. You can ask any woman I've cheated on any of my wives with. They will tell you I'm a fantastic lover. I've one time, I don't want to brag, but this is locker room talk. I went for over 30 seconds, which is very impressive.
Wow.
Which is very impressive. That takes a lot of energy.
Wow.
But I got my Trump spunk out there, and we have a lot of happy customers. No complaints. No complaints. Have you ever heard a woman complain about my lovemaking? No. No, and I've been with some very beautiful women.
I mean, Stormy Daniels said it was shorter than 30 seconds. Do you have any response to that?
Liar. She's such a liar. What does she know? She has sex for a living. What does she know? This was an intimate moment between two people. Oh, by the way, she's been with Mandingo. There's really no comparison here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, she's a professional. She's been with 50 guys at once. She broke the record.
I want to ask you about some other things you did over the weekend, Mr. President, if we have time.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to this football game, right? Big football game. You're sitting with Kobe, the UFC fighter, and you're sitting next to Kid Rock, and you're waving to the crowd.
Kid Rock, what a great guy! What a great guy!
Yeah, great guy. But why?
I hate Taylor Swift, but I love Kid Rock.
Understandable, but why is it that at your own rally, though, you only had like a few thousand people there, and then you're blaming Kamala Harris for your lack of people that showed up at your rally, when last night in Vegas, Harris had over 10,000 people? What do you have to say to that?
No way. I seen the photos. There was maybe 500 people. Wow. I mean, come on, be honest.
500?
How many did you just say? 10,
I'd say 10,000. Yeah, I was there, Mr. President. I was there.
That's impossible. I was at this very same place. Do you realize that? I was at the very same place, the World Center Market, same place. Correct. I had 50, 60, 70,000 people.
No, Mr. President, there weren't 60. I was there. There was not 60,000.
You were looking at AI photos and probably those robots that they're building in China. They're those people that look very real. They look very real, but they're not real. They do it in movies for like football games and stuff.
Wow.
They AI it or whatever they call that. CGI. You're looking at CGI Democrats.
Why are you so obsessed with crowdside, Mr. President? Why are you so obsessed with that?
Because that's how you know. Listen, I'm probably bigger than Elvis, but I'm not going to go that far. But I've probably had more people in venues than what's his name? Elton John.
Yeah.
And that means a lot, because that means, you know what I should start doing to prove this? I should start selling tickets. I should start selling tickets.
That's a great idea.
And prove to people I'm the number one chart topping, because of the song I did with the J6 Choir. Great people, fantastic people who I release day one. They'll all be free.
I didn't know
hostages. Did you know that? Did you know they're hostages?
You've said that. I didn't know there was a January 6th choir. I'll have to
Yeah, I had the #1 song in the country. You can look that up on the Spotify, on the Amazon, on the what's the other one? Does Google have music? Maybe it's Google. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I just proves how popular I am. And because the whole thing with Biden, he was in the basement, right? He's in the basement. He's not even doing rallies. What did he do? Drive-in theaters? You know what I mean? Who cares? But yet I had 50, 60, 70, 80,000 people at my rallies, and somehow I miraculously lost by a whisper.
All right.
A whisker. A whisker.
You have said that before, Mr. President. I mean, you've called Kamala Harris over the weekend mentally handicapped. I mean, you've made statements.
Can you believe this? A mentally handicapped person they're saying beat me in the debate? She's mentally handicact. She's mentally
Why do you
handicapped.
say that?
And I love the handicapped people. I love the
Mr. President, hold on, Mr.
They're very affectionate.
She's a very qualified person, Mr. President.
Listen. Everyone, all right, big deal. She graduated college. I did that. She became an attorney. Big deal. She became a district attorney. Big deal. She became a federal prosecutor. Big deal. Then she became the state attorney general for the 5th largest economy in the world. Big deal. Then she became a United States senator. Then she became vice president. This is barely nothing. You know what I mean? I don't care about any of that stuff. She's lying about McDonald's. She's lying about McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. She wants to make you feel, listen, because I love McDonald's. I go to McDonald's, and now every time I go to McDonald's, I got to think about her standing over the French fry machine. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to work at McDonald's and prove that she didn't work at McDonald's.
Well, that's one way to think about it, Mr. President. I mean, why do you keep attacking? Why? All right, here's the real question. Why won't you do another debate with Kamala Harris, Mr. President? Be honest.
You know what, Brian? It's so close. We don't have time. We don't have time. We can't possibly squeeze in another debate. I mean, the election is practically tomorrow. We can't schedule this or schedule. I begged her. I said, Kamala, we have to do this. She said, no. You know what I mean? So I would love to do it, Brian, but it's so close. We have no time.
What do you
we
mean?
Have no time.
There's over a month. I thought you said any
No,
place, anytime,
You're
any
looking
place.
at the calendar. You're looking at the calendar. You have to see things on a broader thing. You're very, what do they call that? You're very limited. You're like her. You're mentally disabled. You can't tell time. It's just sad. It's sad. That's what's happening with you liberals. You just want to do everything now. These things take time. And we're out of time.
Well,
it's true. But I want to talk about crime.
Sure.
We have serious crime in this country. Do you realize that?
I thought violent crime was down all over the country, Mr. President.
No, again, you're getting the wrong information.
Oh.
Did you hear me in Erie? Did you hear what I think will fix all this?
What's that?
A purge. We're going to do a purge. Once a year, October 1st, we're going to have a purge, 24 hours where you can commit any crime. And the reason I think this will work is because the U.S. Supreme Court has done this for me. I can commit any crime, and I can't get charged for it. You can't even investigate it. So I think the 24-hour period, you can kill, rape, murder. I think get it out of your system, and I think we'll have a wonderful country.
Well, I don't think you have to rape, Mr. President, because I think you've already done that, so you can check that
I've
off.
been accused. I've never been convicted.
Liable, though. You're
in
liable.
A criminal court.
Liable. Yeah, you've been liable, Mr.
Liable.
President. Yeah,
liable.
Exactly.
Totally different. Because I don't mind being liable. You know why? I never pay. And I hate overtime.
Mr. President,
overtime.
Can you confirm or deny, have you had sexual relations with Laura Loomer? Is there any truth to that?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. She squeals like a banshee, I have to tell you. But then we had sex, and I felt like I was back in college because she won't leave me alone. It's like, can you give me a ride to the rally? Can you fly me in your plane? Can you do this? Can you do that? You know those kind of women? They're very clingy. They're very clingy. You have sex with them once, they feel like they own you.
Is it true that you guys had relations on the plane? And why did you invite her to the 9/11 thing? I mean, she's a pretty controversial lady. Like, why would you do that, Mr. President?
So controversial. Well, you know what? I like people who cause controversy. Do you see all the press we got? You left wingers. You fall right in the trap. They say I fall in the trap. They say Somalia trapped me with all of her lines. But, I trapped all the press. Because Fox News didn't even mention that about Laura Loomer. They didn't even mention it, but I bring it all the press. Oh, they brought a fake, and that's what I do. That's what I do. I like staying in the news. If you haven't noticed,
I've noticed that. Where's Melania though? Why is she not?
Oh, she's up, pushing her book. She's up pushing her book.
But why is she not making appearances with you, Mr. President? Like,
she's so busy.
Really?
She's so busy.
Really?
She really is. I have to tell you. Yes, she's out. She's pushing her book, and then she's making appearances and things like that. And honestly, she doesn't like planes. She doesn't like clock cars. You know what I mean? You know what? The one thing where I'm quote liberal and open-minded when it comes to my wife, everyone's all over me about it. But women are women. It's kind of like childcare. Childcare is childcare, if you know what I'm saying. And we've got to do something about that. We've got to get the grandparents in on this, especially the ones who've passed, because I'm thinking we can have maybe ghost grandparents with the kids. You know what I mean? And also, we've got to get these people in prison. I think they would be very happy to babysit children.
Interesting. Well, I guess
I've got a billion ideas to fix this country and to make America great again. MAGA gaga. MAGA gaga.
Last question, Mr. President. MAGA gaga. I like that. Tomorrow,
MAGA gaga.
The vice presidential debate is tomorrow. Now, you've said some
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I thought that was the 10th.
No, it's tomorrow, Mr. President. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
I
know that.
I've been telling Vance the wrong date. He's not going to be prepared.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
You've been giving J.D. Vance the wrong date. Oh, that's not good.
I've been giving him the wrong date. He's
we
got to prepare. I said, take it easy. You got plenty of time. You got 2 weeks. Take it easy, mister. He's so over the top. And I'm like, take it easy on the eyeliner. People are starting to ask about it.
You still going to talk about dogs and cats and Haitian immigrants?
Absolutely.
Really?
These Haitian immigrants, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. They're eating the geese. But I don't care about that because geese are disgusting. Have you seen geese poop recently?
On the golf course.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'm telling all the Haitians, eat as many geese as you like. Eat all the geese.
Fair enough.
Wide open on the geese and the rats, too. They put them on a stick. They're walking around the streets of Springfield, Ohio with rats on a stick. On a stick. They call it a rat kebab. A rat kebab. This is horrible.
Horrible.
This is horrible.
Mr. President, I'm giving you the floor. Last chance to speak to any of my listeners out there. If there's anything else you'd like to say.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen of the Brian Shapiro Show, I just want to say I'm now selling $100,000 watches. They're absolutely fantastic. We have no idea when they'll actually be made, but we can take the money today. We can take it on the Venmo, on the crypto, on the PayPal, anything. One of my top people is Peter Thiel, and he owns all those things anyway. So we can get that out to you. Makes a great Christmas gift or Easter gift when they're out. And also, I just want to let Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Erdogan, Xi Jinping, let them know that they can buy 15, 20 of these watches. I will have the money instantly, and there's no election laws concerning this. So I just want to let that out there.
All right, there you go. $100,000 watches. What a deal. Well, Mr. President, I appreciate you being here as always. Can you please hand the phone over to my good friend and your good friend, John Di Domenico, please? John, you are the best, my friend. I hit up John. He's out there in Mohegan Sun, and I'm like, John, Donald Trump is the gift that keeps on giving.
Every day. And he did say the purge thing.
He did.
So I thought
I'm going to play that.
Very fitting.
It is. When is your next appearance on the Howard Stern Show?
Oh, I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't know because I'm on the road, and there's no way I can do it when I'm working for these clients because I have to be on it very early.
Yeah.
Very early.
You are one of the hardest workers in
5
the business.
5 a.m.
John, you are a genius. As I always say this, you're the world's best.
Please, by the way, send me this recording because I improvised a bunch of lines.
I will.
I didn't know were coming out of me.
You were great. This might be my favorite appearance. All of them are my favorites. Give out that information on social media, please, how people can follow you. Go ahead.
You can find me anywhere at the Johnny D Show. Please follow me on Instagram, especially for the short form stuff. For the long form stuff, find me on YouTube. We do a weekly press conference every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. It's the Johnny D Show one, but I'll come up no matter what. And Facebook and all those places, I'm there and always putting out new material.
I love it. You're a genius. The Purge. I got to go back and listen to this too, and I will send it your way today. You are the best. I love you, John. Keep up the great work. We'll see you in Vegas soon.
You, Brian.
All right. Take
You're
care,
the
John.
best, man.
Thanks,
you,
John. John Di Domenico, everybody. He improvised. Yeah. There you go. There's a picture, by the way, we're showing on the live feed, the video feed, wherever you're watching, of Donald J. Trump and the statue. I figured we'd start off with something a little bit lighthearted today, but when you're looking at this statue, it's 44 feet tall. It came into the Las Vegas desert today. It doesn't exactly show Donald Trump in a very good light, I would say, although some people are saying his member was too big. I won't comment too much on that, but I will say his hands look very small. TMZ did a story on it, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. So anyway, John Di Domenico, everybody.